happenings. We have a podcast. You want to put down all your devices, start really focusing in on today, because we got somebody I want to bring to you that is going to change the world. He's going to do it one family at a time. So, Antoine, uh, Seymore, introduce himself, who he is, what he does, and who he serves, and then we'll get into the podcast. So, the floor is yours.
Well, Mr. Seymore, I'm the founder, the organizer, the brains, the operation of the Father Me, which is an impactful awareness leadership organization. Because we want our kids to be leaders, we want our kids to be aware, and we're here making an impact. And I pretty much been doing this my whole life. So
Mhm.
now that we're dealing with our teens, our youth dying so fast to the point where we don't know what to do. So we created organizations, and we're steady creating organizations. So I created the Father and Me going on about 5 years ago, and
Mhm.
the whole sole purpose is to be present and to be relevant in these kids' life, and also assist the parents with resources. So the Father and Me is organization with abundance of resources. That's what we come to provide. We come to provide resources and to be consistent. I'm actually after the podcast. I'm about to go get some food from Chick-fil-A, which is our corporate sponsor, and
Mhm.
Papa John's to go feed the community. So this is what I do every day, all day.
So 5 years ago, what got into you that you wanted to go in this direction?
Well, I was already doing it because I coach sports too.
Hmm.
So what it was, I was doing a lot of stuff on Friday night with the boys. Said they want to go to the movies, they wanted to go out. You know, whoever can fit in my car, I take you. As long as you did what you had to do that week in school, home, and at practice.
Hmm.
So long as you did what you're supposed to did, I feel like you need to be rewarded. We don't just need to recognize y'all when y'all doing bad. What about what y'all doing good? Let's
Hmm.
recognize that. So that way you can keep doing good if we recognize you doing good. That way you're not going in vain. Far as just like, I'm doing good, nobody recognize that. So I might well do bad to get attention. So I was just calling it Friday night with the boys night out Friday night. And then I was just spending my own money just doing it because I'm so passionate about it.
Hmm.
They was just like, "You spending your own money?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't, what am I supposed to do?" So they set me down and we created the Father and Me. I had the name the Father and Me way before 5 years ago,
Hmm.
but I never just turned it into a non-profit. I actually was going to do a TV show about the whole process of it, but it
Hmm.
turned into a 501c.
We got a little frozen here, so we'll wait till you come back. And the internet sometimes is our challenge and our blessing. So he'll be back in just a second. While he's coming back, I want to tell our viewers this. We met last week. I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday night. And we sat there and geeked out talking about what he's doing and the impact he's making in the community and what he's doing to come alongside kids that don't have that mentor, that father figure, that person in their life. Oops, okay, he'll be back in just a second. That can guide us through. We assume that everybody has a support system. We assume that it's somebody else's problem. But as we, there we go. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, we,
I was ad libbing while you were gone
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
So
The little
you
technical
know,
difficulties, right quick. We right back at it. We right back at
no
it.
problem, no problem. I told our viewers that like our internet is our our blessing and our curse, because
Yeah,
sometimes when it goes out, it goes out.
yeah.
So tell us about, you were spending your money, you were mentoring, you were being with the kids, pouring into the kids. What were you seeing as you came alongside kids that obviously wanted to hang out with you, and being a coach and in sports, that's a perfect scenario. So you wanted to take it another step and form the 501c. So that step it's a pretty scary one because you got to get organized. You got to get everything in line. What was that like when were you reaching out to people that you knew, or how did you go about putting that together?
No, the organizer of my football team, she the one actually helped me with it. She actually the one assisted me with it, so I didn't have to go outsource anybody.
Okay.
I was looking for that a couple of years ago, but everything just fell the way it fell. And I don't hang out with the kids. I hang out with somebody like you. You are my peers.
Mm-hmm.
I get them and show them, look, this is how brotherhood is supposed to be. This is how we as the older men supposed to be pouring back into y'all as the youth. Y'all hanging out with each other. I'm the overseer. I'm the check. I'm the transportation. I'm the security. I'm not hanging out with them. And see, that's the difference, what they respect and understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I tell them, y'all crack jokes with y'all. Because I'm from the real old school and we crack jokes a little different. Me and my peers can crack jokes and we won't get emotional about it. But I crack jokes on y'all gonna get emotional about it. So we're not peers. I'm not hanging out with y'all. I'm picking y'all up and y'all in my organization. So that right there, they understand it's the structure. They understand it's levels. They understand I gotta get up here if I want to be his peers. I'm a kid. He already been a kid. And he letting us know that. Because we look around, how many other men or women is actually doing what he's doing. Nobody's giving him any money that we see. He's picking us up, dropping us off. We didn't see him stop nowhere and pick up no money. We don't see nobody else volunteering.
Mm-hmm. What is like the biggest challenge of getting people and resources together? Like you said, it's all, I love when I read yours, it's an ecosystem that we build around people. And in other countries, like you don't move around like we do. And so they grow up in a neighborhood or an area where the older people mentor the younger people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you said, when you said something when we were talking that night, you go, I want to learn from somebody that's been down the road. Like, I don't want to learn from the younger. I mean, you do, but the wise nuggets come from somebody that's been down there. And so you're going like, what about this? What about this? What about this? And what about this? And so that creates a continuous form of like learning and wisdom. What has been your challenge in organizing the resources to be able to support your vision?
The number one main thing is a lot of people just don't care. That's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like they say they'll care, but where's your actions? Because you don't have to get out here and be on the front line, but you can provide resources for the ones that is on the front line. And a lot of times they keep the resources to themselves. And they got a small group of people that they deal with. And this nonprofit population is getting bigger and getting bigger and bigger, which means we need more resources. So what we're doing, we want to tap into the Googles and the Microsofts and the Apples, and y'all trigger some of the money down. Even the concert goes on in the city. So now what I'm in the process of doing is putting together a committee, just like the NCAA and all that kind of stuff, and even scouts. Just like you, if you can hear about a kid that's 15 years old in the middle of Nebraska somewhere, you're going to see about him as a college coach. You sending your scout out there. So we need to have these corporates have scouts. Mm-hmm. Come see who's doing the real work. We know about the United Way. We know about the Urban League. But what about the real grassroots organization that's really out here making the impact in their community? What about these real organizations out here? So we forget them. We are the ones that's on the front line that got to crawl and fight for some funding. But what we do, we're so passionate about it, we keep going. Mm-hmm. We keep going, and just hope that God just will bless us with the funding that we need, because without the system in place, we fail.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. That's just what it is. So our whole thing is right now, yes, even if you donate money, we still want you to be able to do your part physically.
Yes.
It doesn't take much for you to see a kid or see an adult and show some compassion, like they're a human being. See, we lost the whole compassion thing. Because, like I tell people right about now, I say what I do with the kids right now, even with the adults. Get the mirror. Look in the mirror. Get somebody to write down everything that you say. Say out loud what you see. And then go back and read exactly what you said. See if you have an identity.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you said, do you see an identity? Because a lot of our young people, they don't see a future. You feel like they don't see themselves
Totally.
in 20 years from now. You know, and it's just like, we showing y'all this is what you look like in 20 years. This is, you look at Pete, you look at Seymore, this is what you look like in 20 years if you're in your early teens. This is, we showing y'all what you're going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
So our whole thing is to keep pouring into our community, because all us are one. You know, you have a couple of bad apples in there, but the good always outweigh the bad, no matter how you look at it. So that's our whole thing that we pour into the kids. So we teach them everything from cooking to financial literacy to real estate to agriculture to film, podcasting, anything that we can, gaming, tech. Now we're getting into the tech. Anything that we can think of to get them a skill.
Right.
That's the whole thing. We want to be able to equip our youth with skills.
Mm-hmm.
And even our parents. So we're dealing with a lot of mental health counselors and a lot of trauma counselors, because that's really at the top of the list. That's why people don't care, because the trauma is so embedded into them. Not they don't want to do it, is what's going to make me do it. I need that part of the brain to say, you know what? Let me go scroll on the internet, since I'm already on the internet, and find that organization that's actually doing something. I want to be a part of it. Like, it's mass shootings going on. Our kids are just innocent kids in school, and they're dying in school.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's not a problem? That affects every community: black, white, purple, yellow, and green. But what happens is people feel like that's not us. We're good.
Yeah. Do you think it's, I mean, I was in a discussion yesterday, and we had the DA came speak to our group, and it was a senior group. And the number one thing that he wants to address is trauma in the family. So when we get trauma in a family, it affects us.
Yeah.
If we can't see the future, like you said, look in the mirror. What do you see? And I think, and I want to relate it back to another thing that a person told me. There, you may be familiar with the Rotary Club. It's just an organization. This club will not support a project unless a member owns it.
Yes.
Because people will give money just to feel good. Hey,
Yeah.
I gave them money, but won't get involved. And so there's a big difference about owning a project,
Yeah,
and giving money to a project. Because I think, and you tell me what you think, when I give money, it's like, okay, I've done my job.
Yeah.
I gave money.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm good. I gave money. And they don't think, they don't take ownership of where that money's going. They don't see it, out of sight, out of mind. And so it's real easy for them to go about their regular life and say, well, I gave money to this organization, so I'm good.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, how did you talk to Chick-fil-A and get them to see what you were doing was worth? Because they get millions of people knocking on their door. The fact that they're supporting you, what does that look like? Because I just looked at that and I said, dang, that's pretty darn good.
Well, they actually support non-profits already anyway. That's exactly what they do, because they're set up faith-based and all that anyway. So they lead with that basically. They lead with community events, stuff like that. Go to the schools. They very big on community, and I'm actually partnered up with Overlook Creations. So if she can't make it, then she'll call the ecosystem. Can anybody go pick up the products? And if I'm available, I go pick it up. If I can't make it, somebody else in the ecosystem will go pick it up. So that's how we work. We keep working like that. So if they got a partnership with them, we got a partnership with them. If I got a partnership with them, they got a partnership with them. That's how the ecosystem works. That's exactly how it works. So Chick-fil-A, they lead with that. We just got to get other organizations, other major corporations to fall in line with that, because they do it every day. They do it 6 days a week.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
What's a typical day look like in your world? What are you doing to move the organization and your vision forward? What does it look like?
Well, it varies, because I do a lot of school visits. So we'll have to look and see how many school visits we got on the list for the day. Like last week, Thursday and Friday, we did a career day at a middle school and an elementary school. So things just pop up sometimes. But like I say, like today, I'm going to feed the community. So I pretty much try to stay on top of feeding the community every day. So our organization is 24 hours a day. So we are very active in the community. So our whole thing is we have to be in the community to make the impact. So my whole day consists of being in the community. Like I said, I'm going to go pick up the food soon as we get off the podcast. If I don't make it, I'm going to call somebody else to go pick it up. I got 2 pickups to go make, Chick-fil-A and Papa John's today. So my whole day is running in the community, looking for funding, looking for partnerships, looking for sponsorships. That's what my day consists of, because I don't work at 9 to 5. My organization is my job, because I didn't realize, like, oh, okay, we're going on 5 years, because I'm so embedded into it. I never had to run it like a business.
Right.
Because, kids, I don't make money off kids. You feel what I'm saying? So I was never focused on that, because in 96, 97, before I came to Atlanta, I was working with kids in Fort Lauderdale. And we used to ask them to go ask their parents to get them $1. $1. $1. It might be 2 boys, 2 brothers, might be 3 brothers. So the most you're going to spend is $3. You already not coming to the games. And they got cussed out so bad, I never told them to get no more money. I never even wanted to ask for no more money. Because it's just like the trauma of you actually caring about something else. And it's like, these people are helping you with your kids and have resources for you. But it goes back to the trauma and the mental health again. Because it's normal, but it's not normal at the same time. Because it's just like, you as a parent, you as a human being, you got to look out for other people. That's just automatic. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, you can go. It's just automatic. But sometimes your brain just says no. And it's saying no at the wrong time, because the trauma is so embedded into you to the point where they're like, you really don't realize, if I give this $1 up, I'm releasing my trauma, because somebody's coming in and helping me, not taking, but helping and adding to what I got going on. So if they're helping me lift this trauma off my shoulders. Because if I'm a single mother over here, so-called struggling with these kids, and I got help now let me take the struggling off and focus on the help. So now I'm helping myself, because somebody else is helping me. And I'm seeing the help. The help is being effective, because if I'm raising young men and I'm a woman, I know I need help. So if I have the help from the men, it's that, like, let me keep supporting y'all men, because I know y'all deal with mental health and trauma too. So maybe this is the way that y'all can uplift some of y'all trauma and mental health too, by giving back to the young guys.
Mm-hmm.
So as the women, let's support that, because we all in this system. We all have to live around here together. So as a woman, I want my mental together. As a man, I want my mental together. So when I see the man or the woman, I know how to respond to them. So when I see the kids out there, I know how to deal with the kids better. I'm not angry. I'm not so upset. I'm not so emotional. Now I can calm down a little bit. So that's our whole thing right now.
You know, Jonathan, who we met through the other last week, emotional intelligence is a big word for him. I see you as very, very high in emotional intelligence. How did you shape that belief system? Did it come way back when you were a kid? How did all of a sudden, not everybody steps up and starts pouring into kids and putting their time Friday night where everybody might be out partying, having a good old time. You're pouring into your your team and helping them out and taking their when did that happen, and what was the reason for that kind of that mindset?
You know what? When I go get my haircut, right, my cousin cut my hair, been cutting my hair for a long time. And we used to have these people from the church come in our community and never wanted any money. They just wanted to pour into us. They used to take us out of town on like Bible retreats. And to this day, we still talk about it. So it's just like, if they can do it without even thinking about what color or what neighborhood or whatever, let's go pour into these kids. And it was years after years. So when I go get my haircut, we still talk about this from when we was kids.
Wow.
Because the memories that they made sure that we had.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even be the person that I am if I forgot about that. And I'm just one set of people from the church. That's not including the urban league and the other men that just was around, and the other women was part of the village. See, that word was very, very strong coming up. You are part of the village, because if my mama friends seen me and my siblings doing something crazy across town, you probably see my mama in 10 years, but you know her kids. And guess what? She's going to call it out. Oh, ain't you? I might not know her, but she know my parents. So now it's just like, oh man. So with all that structure, I can't become an adult and forget about all that. I can't forget about what King them did, Malcolm X, Marcus. I can't, like, that's part of history. You know, to the day we still celebrate this. I met a young man the other day in Henry County. He's in the first grade, and it was at a school event. And the senator said he met him, but I didn't really get a chance to meet him until the event was over with. So as I'm taking some food to the car to go get to the community, I hear a young man say, "I have a dream speech," right?
Wow.
So I walk over there. It's this young man.
Yeah.
He's about this tall, right? First grade. But he's very aware who he is. He told his mom when he get 29 and 39, he's going to change his name from Ryan to Martin. So he's so infatuated, he's in tune to who he is.
Yes.
He's really like 60 years old.
Right.
So that's my whole thing. I've always been in tune with who I am, because the pieces was put around me. Like when we see these people that's great, we say they had pieces put around them to make them great. Because the puzzle is not complete until you put it together. That's why you spread everything out on the table. Then you sit back and look at it like, ooh, scratch your head like, them a lot of pieces. But when you pick up the box, it say 2,000 pieces. So you already know you got your hands full. So
yeah,
now,
you know, if I can jump in, because you said the word, you know, that faith-based churches, organizations came alongside you way back when. The question to the DA was, what would you like to see, in our county and his to really positively affect what's going on? And he said, a partnership with our faith-based groups.
Yeah.
So churches, like, they have the facilities. It's coming alongside of real life and embracing what you just said, because it sounds like to me that time in your life shaped your belief system, that they came in and poured into you, put those memories in place that you've never forgotten. You've always had those inside of you because somebody had an effect on you by putting you in a situation where you go to the Bible camp, you go to the different things that create those powerful memories. So I want to encourage our viewers, like, and if you're a part of a church and you need to get out in the community and to pour into the community, because our churches are communities. I mean,
Yes.
they're just simply communities. And if you sit in the pew and go, that's somebody else's problem, that's not going to solve anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I still have the memories that's going to stick with me. And that's my whole thing is. So like I tell people, it's not about the money, because the kids don't really care. The money just enhance things that we want to do. Like the main out goal for the father and me is to build community centers that's 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much owned equity by the community. So that's what y'all gonna take care of.
Yes.
I don't own it. The organization don't own it. Y'all own it. We gonna set it up and to the point where the community owns it and runs it.
Yes.
So that way everybody look that's alike, everybody respecting what's going on right here. This is what we created. So when I'm long and gone, this is still standing.
Right.
And y'all gonna keep running. So our main goal is to raise funding and to pick up, drop off, pick up, drop off, pick up, drop off, pick up, drop off. So that's our whole thing, is to get these community learning centers built for our community. And it's not just for the kids, it's for the adults to come in there on a Friday night. Instead of y'all can have a date night in here to show the kids exactly how you're supposed to date.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you're supposed to date. We can come in here a communication night. It don't have to be, we ain't got a party. Let's come in, learn stuff. What kind of skill you have? Come teach the kids. Instead of y'all going over here on a Saturday night, you see what they have at Six Flags. Now y'all can't go to Six Flags. Things like this. Now we got something in place for y'all. So our whole thing is we want to be able to be consistent with our kids, because, like I said, I'm on the gun violence side of it. So I see it from a whole nother level. Like front line. Like whenever something happens in the city, we get the call, we go straight down there and we go to the schools, and we're trying to be very consistent and very relevant when we do things out here in the city. Right. And that's why partnerships and sponsorships is so important.
Yes. Because
with them, now you can enhance it. And when people see certain names attached to it, it's a little bit more respect behind it. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more compassion. Like I'm doing 8 weeks compassion, embodying the whole compassion. We doing 8 weeks. And it's like, one of the questions was, how can we get more people to be compassionate? And everybody around the room, and I said, what I do is, when I see the young people, even the older people, but a lot of the young people, when I see them, I go out my way to embrace them. Let them know I come in peace. Hey, if we buy a store, I got a little money on me. Hey, 3, 4 y'all, what y'all want? You ain't gonna cost me no more than $20-something. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, when I do that, it's not normal. So they like, but of course they're gonna get something out of something. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just like, okay, if we leave it here, that's cool. If y'all want to continue this, that's even better with me. But I'm gonna show y'all, as the older men, this is how we're supposed to move. We gotta show y'all compassion. We gotta show y'all a human. So when I do that, it's like we on the foreign land. But then when we peel back and have a conversation, they're like, okay, now I get it. I get it. I get it. This how it's supposed to go. Instead of, because 10, 20 men just walked past us like we was invisible. So by you connecting with us, we locked in. So you say, what? Yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah, I want to get something to eat. Yeah, I want something at the store. What else you got going on? Because I deal with them when they got guns on them. I'm walking up to you while you got a gun on you. Because you're not a killer. You're not a threat to me. I'm not worrying about you doing anything to me because you need me to approach you because you want the attention. You want this male figure to say something to you because a lot of times male figures don't say nothing to you. And when you deal with the young ladies, it's the same thing because they're going through so much as young ladies to the point they're looking for the older women to say, let me talk to you. You want to talk to me? I'm ready to tell you everything. But they don't have that because a lot of these kids are going through so many things at home to the point where we as the adults, now we got to figure out about anxiety, depression, your social anxiety, and everything else that y'all thinking about, that y'all going through. And it's just like we have to be more compassionate about their feelings now.
Yeah.
So with the Father and me, we're just getting training, and verbiage so we can go back into the community and train the community. Like we train over 30 people with Greater Hospital on Stop the Bleeding. You know, which would be something that that I love to bring to our senior community and get some of our seniors trained on Stop the Bleeding. Grady would come out any time of the day and partner with us, and we can get people on Stop the Bleeding because it's really important that we have certain skills like that, almost like an ETM skill.
Yeah, it's like you were in that crowd Thursday because the DA was sharing that they have the Family Advocacy Center that opened up right on Fairgrounds, and it's a safe place where people can come and learn and be a part of a community that they know is there and dependable. And it's all just what you're describing. They want to put these out there so people do have a place to come learn, mentor from people. Because there was actually a technology guy. Now this was a senior related thing. The seniors didn't grow up with technology, so it's like a whole different language.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to talk to them in tech language, and they're going, "I don't know what you're saying." So yeah, exactly. And so if you're talking to your youth in a language they can't grasp, it's like you're just talking the wrong language.
It's like,
so I want our viewers, because we can help in Cobb County. So I want to give people, tell our viewers how they can get a hold of you, and so we can start the process of getting you in front of the right people up in our county.
Okay, well, we have the website, and the website stays updated. That's thefatherandme.com.
Okay.
And we also have the email address for any information. That's thefatherandme615@gmail. You can call my phone direct, 470-713-9844. That's the direct line, or you can call the office and leave a message. It's 404-955-7239. And once again, the office number is 404-955-7239. And my personal cell number is 470-713-9844. And we are available 24 hours a day. Awesome. We are set up through Cash App, Zelle. I got to set up the Venmo. I'm willing to pull up and pick up a check. You can go to Choice Bank, and I will give you the information. You can make a deposit yourself. I don't need to touch the money personally because, like I tell people, I've been spending my own money since 1988. And it's just like, with donations and without donations, I'm going to make an impact on the community. But with the community help, it's, oh my God. It's, oh my God. Yeah. It's because, I do so much with limited resources that I have. Like I just partnered up with Resort Central, Mr. Maurice over here in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Which is a great partnership. So now we're finna do because I also have Seymore Films too, so we teach the kids film. So we about to do a real film experience. So I'm finna partner up with a couple of movie studios out here to get the kids into that film industry, because we need more visionaries. We need more writers. We need more people that actually do things to make an impact.
Right.
So that's what we want to do. Everything we do, we want to make sure that our youth is making an impact what they do in a great way versus a negative way. So all my kids in my notebook, this is how my organization ran. All the kids got to be accepted in the program first by me. You got to be accepted. You can say you want to be in it, but I have to accept you in the program because our program is exclusive. And all the kids must sign a contract. I have a contract like this, and it's like 7 golden rules that you must follow. The parent must sign and the kid must sign and agree to. And it comes with a notebook. You have to write your first name, last name, and your age, and 5 short-term goals that we can accomplish right now.
Right.
So if you're 17, you want to graduate high school, let's work on that. You want to get your driver's license, you want to get a job, that's cool. We can do that. Things we can focus on right now. Because if we can get you to focus right now, the future going to be easy. If I can't get you to focus right now, the future ain't going to be nothing. So, and then I require them to read 30 minutes a day. So I take them to the library and all this, because our youth reading level is terrible. Terrible. And is of course it's their fault, but if you go home and a parent is not making sure you read, it's not just your fault.
Right.
So our whole thing is now we need more resources to come in so we can keep helping our community, because what's happening, we're becoming the seniors. Now, so how are we going to leave it? Because our seniors is leaving it kind of cool. They leaving it kind of okay. You know, they made an impact when they was doing what they was doing. When they was working for 60, 70 years and moving around, civil rights and all this, they definitely made an impact. So, you know, like we were saying yesterday, you can actually rest in peace because you know you left it better than what it was.
Yep.
So when it's our time now, what are we doing? I just turned 47. It's like 47.
Yeah, where did they go? Yeah, I'm almost 67, so I know what you're saying.
So when you're a young man, you know you're just moving, and you don't really see yourself in 50 years, like because you know the women and jobs and things be happening, and they like, whoa, it's time to get serious. You gotta so that's our whole thing now. We don't want our kids to have to realize that.
Well, why don't you know what just came to my brain? Why don't we use a platform like podcasting to get more information to people that know what you're doing and bring you on a regular basis? That because I want to get into the, you know, how people can support you, but let's have you back and I'll be more organized in having the, you know, because what we like to do is put this not in front of the millions, because millions of people just do their own thing, but putting it in front of people that want to make a difference, want to make life matter, because it really is when at the end of your life, and especially I'm in the senior community, you think more as you get older, like, you know, did my life matter?
Yes.
And so if you can lay it down on the pillow and know I did everything I possibly could to make this world better, then you can rest peacefully. But if you know that people out there are not being reached, then, and you have the ability to reach them, then you're going to come up with the other answer. Like, no, I didn't do everything I could do. So I
Mhm.
don't want you late for your next appointment because I wanted to get you on as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
We'll be more organized the next time to give our viewers ways that they can get involved, not just like out of sight, out of mind stuff.
Yeah.
We're talking about rolling up your sleeves and getting involved in
Yeah.
working with you to kind of know what are the needs, what does a person need to do. So we'll go from there, and I want to get you to your next, where you're being able to feed today what you got to do today. But I
Yeah.
want to thank you. What would be the one thing you want our viewers to take home from this podcast today?
My passion for just caring. And like I say, whether I'm $100 million dollar, I'm still be the same compassionate person about my community because I live here. So it's like I'm supposed to be compassionate about it. I'm supposed to be thoughtful. I'm supposed to be mindful. Like I got raised by people who actually cared, people who was actually considerate. Just like yesterday, I'm giving away the food and he asked me that I have some shoes for him. And I'm like, I got the shoes on my feet. So you already know what I did. He asked for some pants. I'm like, you can't, I can't do that right now. I ain't got no spare pants for you. Like, thank God I had my slides in there because I'm like, I'm willing to give you the shoes off my feet. Like literally. And it's not for no internet or the brag, because like I tell people, I don't care nothing about none of that. But it's just like to show people I'm embedded into it for real.
Mm-hmm.
I post these videos online just to let people know, like, no, I do this for real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a million people that like it. I don't care. Because when it's said and done, and I actually go on to the next life, I'm gonna come back and do the same thing. So to me, people understand my passion. I'm embedded into this. I'm doing nothing else. I don't know what else to do. If I go to California, I'm doing this. If I go to St. Louis, I'm doing this. If I go to Germany, I'm doing this. If I go to Australia, I'm doing this. If I go to Japan, I'm doing this. Wherever I go, I'm doing this because I am a healer. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I am a lifesaver. Now I'm a life shifter. Let's shift your life from this to this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very passionate about us as human beings, like I should be. And I just want the help of the community to understand how passionate that I am. And like I said, everything is not monetary. Like I said, the man just asked for some shoes. It can be toiletries that they need. Just something. Let's just do something.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just put all these resources together and say, okay, then cool. I have a resource. I have a resource. I got a van. I got this. We got a food pantry. We got this. We can donate some clothes. Boom. We can donate some money. Let's do it. I do it every day. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
even do a lot of talking. I like to work. I
Mm-hmm.
like to be caught up in the work. So even if I got to go to Alabama in the next hour or two, I'm on my way. Whatever I have to do right now, as long as it was in what I believe in, I'm showing up.
Yep.
So that's my whole thing. Like, let's get on these platforms. Let's promote what we need to promote. And let's get people to understand these are the real things that matter.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, we're these seniors now. We're the seniors. So we looking at our grandparents like, y'all did y'all job. Y'all did a fantastic job. Thank y'all for showing us how to do it. Now it's on us. Now we don't have no excuse. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
very passionate about us. Very passionate about us. Like I say, I do this every day, Pete. I do this every day. Even if I don't leave the house, I have to get on the computer and do some stuff on the computer,
Sure.
emails and things. You feel what I'm saying? Things
Yeah.
like that.
And I heard somebody say, intentions are intentions, but doing it is doing it. And so just to say, I wish I could do it, and you don't do it, is different than you doing it. You're out there doing it every single day. And we thank you for that. And we're going to do, our community will do what they can do to get you in front of people that are doing it, because that's the bottom line. Everybody has these thoughts. Oh, I have good intentions, but good intentions don't do diddly squat, really.
Yeah.
It's people that take action, and we appreciate you taking action. And we're going to have you back real soon. We'll coordinate some things.
Okay.
We'll be more intentional about how we put you in front of people that want to support what you're doing and want to be involved in making a difference, like you're making a difference. And I want to thank you for making a difference.
I want to appreciate you, because a lot of times people hear what I do, but really won't give me the platform to come. And that's why I stay out there in the street dealing with the community. Because if you understand what I do and you're going to support it, let's put it together. Simple. Because I'm not selling anything. I don't have anything for sale. Nothing. This is just my passion.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I have an organization. We need resources. I'm already keeping it afloat. I just need more resources so we can enhance it and level up. The work is already getting did. So we're right here. In the next 5 years, we're going to be the #1 organization out here. I know that for a fact.
I love it. I want to help you level it up. I love that word. I've always loved that word.
Yeah.
Heard it a number of times, and it's kind of like, level up, buddy. Come on, level up, because you know we have the ability, but whether we do it or not is a different thing. So yeah, we'll challenge if you're out there listening and you know there's a place where you can connect the Father in me, and I would call you Father Seymore.
I like that.
It's kind of like you coming alongside of our youth to be that mentor, that model, that person that opens up doors, because without a vision, what is it? You perish.
Yeah.
You have to have that vision. I love that analogy you showed me. Look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And what do you see? What do you see?
Say it loud. You got to say it loud.
That's a powerful visual. Is everybody needs to take that, whether you're young or old, is look in the mirror, see what you see. And if you're happy with what you see, great. If you're not, do something about it.
Yeah. And another thing I'm going to leave with you too. I'm 47 now. So I said, when I get 50, I'm going to run for city official. So that's another thing that I'm going to do. Yeah. Good. Because I'm getting groomed to do that now.
Yes.
So because I know that's one of the major things that I know I need to get in, far as to really make everything complete. Is to get on that side, the political side of it.
Yes.
So I'm studying and I'm getting around other politicians right about now, because I know that side of it is the real impact. So now I'm the scout. So now I'm riding around looking for the organizations if I don't know them already personally. Okay, y'all need some money. Y'all need resources. I'm the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to look for me. I'm already here. I know y'all struggles. I know y'all pain. I am y'all. So you don't have to worry about none of that. This is not the old day. This is the new times.
Right.
We got us, because I was out there in the mud and I still am out there with y'all. So I got a couple more years before I throw my name in the hat and run for city official.
Hey, man, I'm going to be your biggest fan. So
man.
Don't you forget about me, because I love that world, because if you're going to impact it, you have to level up.
Yeah.
And level up is the highest level you can get to make the biggest impact.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty good area to level up on.
Yeah. So it's
I know one person that leveled up, and he made it to the top of the area of influence. So that's a beautiful thing. In America, we have that ability, but we got to do something about it.
Yeah. So it's going to be Councilman Seymore in a couple of years, man.
There we go. I love it. I love it.
So
and Podcast Pete is your campaign manager.
Oh, see, I like all that, and see, I love that because I'm so genuine about
Mhm.
it. I don't have an ulterior motive, and
Right.
like a lot of times people have the ulterior motive. They want to be
Sure.
attached to something for ulterior
Totally.
motive, and I was just never raised that way. See, everything goes back to my childhood,
Mhm.
and it wasn't just the men; it was the women, mothers, grandmothers, aunties. Thank God, my grandmother's still alive. She just turned
Mhm.
86, 87.
Wow.
So yeah, she's still alive. So she's still sharp. She's still on point. So if I ever want to get some real advice, raw uncut,
Yeah.
it's I call her. You feel what I'm saying? So but that's what I'm saying. That's now we're them. Straight, raw, uncut. We don't have to sugarcoat what we say because we get
Yeah.
it from them.
Yes.
And that's how I'm programmed. This is raw, this is straight uncut because we get it from them.
Yes.
So that's why I'm so passionate about what I do, man. But I definitely
Love it.
thank you so much, Pete, for even
Hey, look,
allowing this to happen.
I'm so glad we sat together and
Oh
started
yeah,
talking and just conversing about what you're doing. And all
yeah,
of a sudden, you had me from the first couple
yeah,
words, tell you the truth.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But thank you so much for being
Thank
on. We're
you.
going to have you back real soon.
Okay,
We're going to see what we can do in our world,
okay,
which is here in Cobb County.
okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. And I appreciate everything. Like I say, we service Cobb County, Gwinnett County. We service the whole
Yeah.
Georgia. So we service kids everywhere and the parents too.
Yeah.
So if y'all have any schools y'all would like us to come to talk about our organization and
Mhm.
maybe implement our wonderful programs inside the school, y'all have the information. Once again, the Father and Me 615 at Gmail. You can send us an email. We'll send you information. You can go to the website and see all the wonderful things that we're doing.
Right.
TheFatherandMe.com is the website. Go see the wonderful things that we're doing. We're trying to pour back into our youth. So if you would like us to come to your school, pull up at some of these kids' homes, we're certified to do that. We're trained to do that. So let us know. We're here to help, 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 help. So
Awesome.
politicians, police, anybody that's aware of this podcast and can hear my voice, reach out to me. Let's put these resources together. This is what I do. It's not
Mhm.
about the money with me. Yes, money helps, but
Yeah, I mean, money
we need
makes
the
everything
resources.
go, but it's your motive. I can tell. I could tell those first 10 minutes we're talking, I could tell that
Yeah,
by just the compassion you had for what you were doing and the passion that you had. It was like, it's contagious, tell you
yes,
the truth. It's contagious. And thank you for coming on so soon because I'll also talk to people and I'll say, just call me if you'd like to be a guest. And crickets. I don't hear from them.
You-
You called the next day and I'm
hey,
like,
listen,
dang, now I'm talking. Yeah.
'cause
Action.
but I told you that though
Yeah,
because
I know. But it's funny because I do hear people I think will, but I don't hear from them. I'm going, okay, look, I'm not going to beg you. I'm just going to give you a platform. And, we had that conversation
yeah,
the next day. It was before even 12. It was the next morning. It was like, man, I love it. I love it.
because we have to take advantage of these platforms
Yes.
because
Oh, totally. Totally agree.
it's just me to represent the Father in me.
Yeah.
So if I
Well, I
don't
tell you
represent,
what, it's partnering with people that,
yeah,
have platforms because I always tell people like, whatever you do, you don't want to be the best kept secret. So
yeah,
if you have something that makes a difference
yeah,
in our world, then you got to get it out there. People have to know what you're doing to be able to know how they can come alongside you.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll do our part because this
yeah,
is going to be nice.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to let you run because I know you've got some lives to touch today.
Yeah, I'm gonna go feed the community in a minute. So yeah, I'm gonna
Okay, all right.
go get the food.
Thank you for being with us, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you so
our
much,
viewers.
Pete, man.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, man.
Hey,
I really do,
I'm
man.
glad. I'm glad I
you're making a
ran
difference.
into you.
You're making a big difference too, man. Just let me know what's going on. Let's stay updated, man. I'll let you stay updated what we got going
Okay,
on too. So
we definitely will.
you can come see live, man. So thank you, Pete.
You bet.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right.